First of all, it's not written in English. It's written in Hebrew. It's written in some Gaelic. And whatever Jesus said was not pronounceable, which means it was angelic or alien language. You don't know what that is that I'm saying. Only me and God knows what that is. Twins have this language that they can only communicate. They know exactly what they're saying. We don't know what they're saying. When babies are born, they speak this language. You think it's baby talk. They're talking to angels. We don't know what they're saying, so we imitate, boo, 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 making a fool of ourselves, making noises. Don't know what we're saying and what the child is saying. So the baby cries because you're not understanding what the baby is saying. The baby is very intelligent. You can get a tape recorder of a baby talking and record it. I'm not going to tell you what to do with that recording because somebody's going to go kidnap a baby and do it, and then all hell will break loose. So forget I said it. So anyway, whatever he said sounded like he said, Eli, Eli, sabachthani. That's what they thought he said. And that's what they thought it sounded like. It might have been, forgive me, Father, it's not worth it. That might have been what he said. So the Bible says he breathed his last breath. He gave up the ghost. That means the spirit has left the body. He's expired. The next thing it says he gave up the ghost and ascended into heaven. People don't know what that means. People saying, oh, well, he died and went to heaven. That's not what that means. You can't went to heaven. Nobody can see the spirit go to heaven or hell. It literally says he ascended. Now, the word ascended means to rise up. It means an upward. Descend means a downward motion. So what you're saying, Dr. Q? What I'm saying is his body literally floated off the cross and went up into a beam of light, which is the mothership. When everybody keeps talking about the mothership, that's paradise. That paradise is the name of the mothership. It's a word. Para means two, dice, place. A ship of two places, heaven and hell, paradise. Another scholar, I think he's still alive, George Clinton, very knowledgeable. Took him a long time to get to the knowledge of the mothership, and he sings it in his music. If you read the Bible with true intelligence, you know that the earth was without form or void, which means it was flat. There was no land, there was no trees, there was no ocean, there was no division. It was all water. The dirt surfaced through the water. But they'll tell you the water rescinded. Rescinded to where? That's not what happened. The earth surfaced through the water. How do I know? Because when there was the flood with Noah, if the water rescinded, where would the water come from? And then you tell me, oh, it came from the rain. So, like my atheist friend would say, well, there's no way the rain would come for 40 days and 40 nights, and then you have the water, enough water to float the. I said, have you ever heard of a flash flood? That's essentially what it was. It was a flash flood with enough water to make the boat float away. It didn't have to be deep water. When the flood waters came down Ellicott City, it wasn't deep water. It was enough water to take the tires to lose traction from the ground to float the cars away. Does that mean that the water was 6 feet deep to float the car away? No. Just enough. You got air in the tires. Don't air float on top of water? Common sense, damn it. So the water, the pressure was enough to lift the weight and push the car away. The sheetum wood was enough buoyancy because it will not sink, cannot be immersed in water. That's why they chose that wood. So no matter how much weight you put on that ark, it won't sink. The more resistance you put on pushing that water down, the more resistance the wood has to push that weight back up. So it could take the weight of 2 animals, 2 cows, 2 elephants, 2 giraffes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, just because there were 2 of everything don't mean they had to be adult size. You can get 2 babies. Now, if I had baby animals, baby giraffes, baby kangaroos, baby kittens, baby cubs, baby bears, I'm certain I can fill that whole boat up and it won't be as heavy as you think. But people don't think outside the box. People think very stupidly, and that's why they don't believe in the Bible, because if you read it stupidly, it becomes a bunch of fairy tales. So let's go through numerology. Let me ask me about how do I know the things that I know. Kobe Bryant had a number 42 on his chest. He died. The number 4 on your telephone keypad is GHI. The number 2 on your telephone keypad is ABC. Okay. In the military, if there was an evacuation from an LZ, LZ means loading zone. If there was an evacuation from an LZ and the LZ was taking fire, especially if it was a Black Hawk, they would say, Black Hawk down, Black Hawk down. Now, if it was disabled and scuttled to pieces, they would say BHC for Black Hawk crash. Now, in the Air Force, we didn't have any Black Hawks. We had things called helos, just like the Navy. And a helo is a helicopter. So we would say HC. So the 4 is a H, the 2 is a C. So his whole life, he was wearing helicopter crash on his outfit. So it's likely that destiny would give him death by a helicopter crash. Just like people who got these Visa cards. We told you before, break down the VI, SA is the mark of the beast. That's why the commercial says, don't leave home without it. Then they had American Express. Don't leave home without it. Then they had Capital One. What's in your wallet? All those subliminal messages are talking about the logo that you carry on your cards. MasterCard, the Cirrus, CIRRUS, which is the demon, and the Visa has the 666 on it. How is that, Dr. Q? Well, You got the English, the Greek, and the Roman numerals. So you got the A is English for the number 6, which is a V inverted with a line going through it, which makes the 6. So like we do in America, we make 4 lines and a dash. In the English, they make 5 lines and a dash. That's the 6. And Greek, the Roman numeral for 6 is an S, like Sam. So we got the S and the A, that's 6, 6. And we all know how to read Roman numerals. We got the V and the I, that's the 6. 5 and 1 make the 6. So there you have 6, 6, 6. Easily definable. Hiding in plain sight. Even Lassie says she knows. Hiding in plain sight. Any more questions? No? All right. Phone lines 917-889-8825. Let's go to celebrity gossip and what's new in Baltimore. What you got for the gossip, Green? You can hear about the Halle Berry and Lisa Ray McCoy.
Oh. Let me see. Celebrity gossip for today is Ray Jones Jr. is about to fight Mike Tyson tomorrow. That's right. Ray Jones Jr., who is about 50, is about to fight Mike Tyson, who is about 60. Everybody's laughing at this. About this thing. It's going to be on pay-per-view. And people are saying, you should get your money, or do you want to get your money for this event? What else? Pete Jennings is asked to be the Jeopardy co-host, Jeopardy host, together at Trebek. Twitter is now buzzing. I know. Twitter is now buzzing that they will take his place and be a new host. He's not yet asked or not asked given an answer, so that's that one. Also, Tom Clancy, the famous author, and some of your famous video games and also famous books, his house in Maryland, in Baltimore, Maryland, is up for auction. Tom Clancy, which I didn't know, he lived in Baltimore. I didn't know he lived in Baltimore. For 10 years, his house is now up for auction. His house is somewhere in the Chesapeake area. Is now up for auction. They didn't give no how much it is or anything else, but I will keep you posted.
They don't tell you how much it is for an auction. It's whoever the highest bidder is.
Yeah.
Hence the word auction.
Yeah, boy. Let me see. Also, Nigerian rap artist and Playboy claim